All right, I'm calling the meeting to order. Welcome, everybody. This is a special board meeting, Wednesday, the 22nd at 5 p.m. This is our third budget working session. So under new business, the CSEA MOA, I put this on there in hopes that, we would have one. I think we need to go into executive session after the joint meeting and further discuss that. So that's that item. The second is a budget amendment. You all have gotten a budget amendment. If you need an extra copy, I have extra copies. This is a resolution. John, do you need yours?
Please, thank you.
Okay, so we'll just share a little bit.
Yeah.
So, in order to do this, hi Toby. There's many steps to change the health insurance plan, and that includes entering into an agreement with Excelos Health Plan Incorporated and the Alera Group, open a community bank account as an HRA, transfer $64,000. That was the original amount we had talked about. From the proper accounts to cover 50% of 66% needed for an HRA account. So, in order to do this, there's a lot of paperwork to be done. And I met with the broker yesterday and gave him the bulk of the paperwork except the financial stuff. But because we don't have an MOA yet, we need to discuss that. So I don't know if you want to take this into executive session as well, or discuss it now. But we only have like a week and a half to get this done. And it's an unfortunate situation. So I'm asking the board, what do you think we should do? Because it is all tied to the budget.
No, it's a catch-22, it's budget, but it's also negotiation,
mhm.
so.
We wanna take it into executive
I
session?
think we have to, because it's tied to
It's
negotiation.
tied to negotiations.
Okay,
I mean, I have
As much as I'd like to talk about it right here now,
I have a lot to say about it, but I don't wanna,
but legally, it's tied to
It's
negotiations, so
negotiations.
we need to do that.
yeah.
okay, so then
But then we have to come, but then we'll have to come out afterwards, whatever we do, and then cause this has to be transparent when we're done.
Right, right.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
the decision's made when we come out.
Yeah,
okay. So everybody's in agreement, we'll take that into
Mhm.
executive session as well. Okay, the next item is the budget. You all have a copy of the changes from the last time we met. And there's one new development. The Morley Fire District, I did get the paperwork. And so what we need to do is change that line item for the Morley Fire District. From 14,431 to $14,719.62. They decided to do a 2% increase for the fire district. So, that is, towards the back under fire protection and control.
6, on page 6.
Page, yep, page 6 of 12.
Okay.
So that needs to be changed
To what?
to 14,719.62. Where it says 14,431,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, 14,719.62. Because we now have the official paperwork.
But it's not gonna affect the tax rate that's current there, because there's an increase in assessed valuation in the district. So
That's not-
to offset that 2%. The rate probably didn't stay about the same, but it's still 30 cents more than town side.
Okay, so I'm opening it up to any other suggestions, suggested changes to discuss.
I've got one.
Jim, you have one?
Yeah, somewhere. At the bottom of page 5. Under machine repair, DA, under town highway expenses, machine repair, item 3. The very first line, it shows where. We've got 55,000 currently in the budget. We haven't spent anything out of there this year. That 55,000 was meant for a replacement pickup. And, that has not got done. And so my recommendation would be, since that 55 likely is rolling back into fund balance, I would like to increase the 26 budget by that amount and have it covered by that 55 fund balance, so that we're to roll back in 25. Otherwise.
So
That's
it's
just a-
not affecting the rate at all. It's,
No,
Yeah,
doesn't do
it's just a
anything.
reappropriation.
Correct,
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So. I said.
But
it's-
we would
it's-
target it for revenue coming out of the fund balance.
Pardon? Yeah,
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 but as far as the overall budget, though, it's just reappropriating it from the fund balance into the,
there won't be,
this, there won't be any change in the dollar values.
won't be any change, yeah.
in the rate, or
And even the dollar values, is- yeah.
Yeah,
is everybody in agreement with that change?
We're just rolling it into, because if you don't spend anything on equipment in 25, and then you don't budget anything for 26, well, that's really kicking can down the road. Because, there's a lot of equipment out there. And it's all 2 years older from what it was the start of this year. There will be at the end of next year, so.
And they don't usually get better.
Hmm?
And they don't usually get better. The equipment usually doesn't get better.
or any less expensive.
No.
Okay, so those are 2 changes. Anyone else? Or any others?
So, I don't know if we're gonna talk about that now or not, but if you look at, and I said something I talked to you earlier. With the, up in the air about the MOA. And I know you and Chris had a chance to look at it. If you look where we budgeted for insurance,
Mhm.
we could, if we call that now just like a contingency instead of insurance, could we still go forward with the budget?
Yes,
What page you on, Randy?
I'm on, well, part of it, page 3 of 12.
So
It's
what-
scattered, it's
It's
scattered
scattered.
What you're
throughout.
looking at page
Right now,
3.
3 of 12 at the bottom says insurance, you go across, it says 55,000.
Yep,
So if we, I'm asking you, because I know I asked you earlier and you were checking it out.
mhm. I'd like to bring that into executive
Okay.
session
Well, yeah.
because
That's one
it
of the
is
options.
tied,
One of the options we can. look
Yeah.
at.
yeah,
So,
and I have checked it out and we can do that.
okay, then the way,
With leaving those line items in there at 0, but creating, we do have contingency line items already, so it's just be a matter of.
okay,
having
perfect.
some
Yep,
money,
thanks.
different accounts,
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know whether that was
yep,
part of the, shouldn't talk about it, so I guess. it
well,
is.
that's okay, no, we should, it's just, it's hard not having an MOA.
Yep.
Right
Okay.
now, so,
It's there and I know it's
did
in,
wanna talk to the board about something that it's kind of a pleasant surprise, Lee and Jenny put in for the final reimbursement on the Willow Tree
Mhm.
and
What?
Minor Street grant. And I have to tell you, I was a little shocked at the amount, because I didn't expect that much. We knew that there was some type of balance, but we had to put in an amendment to the state. Regarding language and making some adjustments. And so, they just submitted a request. The final request, hopefully this, of $188,000. Of that $188,000. I believe it's 64,000 that's going to the village and the rest is coming to the town. I have to tell you, I wanna look at it all again,
Mhm.
but that's what's been submitted. That revenue, we probably won't see before the end of the year. They may not approve, they gotta, it's a very thick packet. And, they gotta approve everything. So if and when the town gets that reimbursement money, we do have an invoice already of that amount to go to the village. And I think it's 64,000. 67,000?
67,
I was close. And then the balance, which is what, 67 from 188, would come to the town. Now, wait a minute, don't get too excited, I knew it.
26.
But I felt obligated to,
121,
what's that,
86.
121?
121 and change, would be the balance that comes to the town.
So I have to tell you, I wanna look at what we got for the grant and what we've already received, cause I was shocked at that amount. I really was. So don't bank on it.
Yeah.
But that may be, and so if we get that money, it would have to go into the DB account. Because it was construction, okay? But I wanna look at the full picture, but I trust Lee and Ginny fully. And, so that might be some good news, but there's no guarantee. There's still two things that they're requiring. Insurance from contractors. So we're looking at that as well. But you can't bank on it and you don't know when you're gonna get it, if you get it. But I expect probably it'll come in next year. So,
See it in the hand.
so that's, I mean, if that's all what it's gonna be. I thought we were all set and we got our full amount, but. Anyways, so I thought I would bring that to the table. That's hopefully a positive. Okay, so if there's extra money to come in, that goes right into the highway account and
I guess I
then,
don't understand why there would be extra money.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
he's gotta- That's what he's gotta look at it.
I don't understand where it's coming from.
That's what you're, that's just like that, that's what got me
I
looking.
just, that's,
Yep.
yeah.
You should be
I'm
stuck.
agreeing with her. I don't understand where it's coming from.
Yeah, so I have to look at it all and sit down and look at all the numbers and, but the state approved the amendment finally,
Huh.
after months. So, I'll do a little bit more legwork on that, but there might be some money coming for that. So, is there anything else? Again, this is, a rate of $3.65. For a 4.388082.92 budget.
And I think I wanna say on the record again. After reading the North Country Now. What the effect of this would be on a $200,000 home. It would increase the taxes on $200,000 home, $100. They talk about percentages
Mhm.
all the time in North Country Now. And it sounds like a lot when you're saying percentage they were using. When you're talking dollar amount, that's what the dollar amount would be.
Yeah, that's-
200,000, that's what the increase actually is. If you do the math.
So, there's what they are right there. If you did 16% county, village, school. It's. $200,000 home at $100, that's.
I mean, it's not,
$8 a month.
give or take.
I think $2 a week. But it's still money. I mean, it's still money that extra tax are paying, but, you know, I'm not sure that when you look at percentage and you look at dollar values, one seems extreme, the other seems, well, higher than we wanted, but it's not ridiculous.
I mean, I think. Come public hearing. I think that's the time and the point to just say, here's what it's all about, and phew, you're gonna read a lot of stuff on Facebook and whatever, and we get badgered a lot. But hell, it affects us just as much as it does everybody else. I'm a big taxpayer, and I don't want more taxes, but you gotta run a business, the way it's gotta be run, and again, I've said for a number of years, this staying under that tax cap is gonna come back. Please.
There's no meat on the bone here.
I was just gonna say that.
There is not. We've trimmed as much as we
We've
can
gone down,
possibly
down
trim.
without. If we're gonna run and be effective in what we do,
So,
take care of the highways.
It's bare bone right now.
And we wanna offer good compensation packages to our employees that work so hard
and so
and benefits.
we got 25 foot. Salaries alone. $157,000. That's 15, well, that's 50 cents. So you got 35 cents left over to run $4 million business.
Mhm.
And then you got the state giving the utility companies their 12 or 13% increases on top of all that. I mean, it all adds up.
That's no
Mhm.
insurance rates.
Well, Angela, you may,
I'm excited, I had a meeting.
You're almost in time for
you're almost done. How you doing?
Good, how's everyone?
Up here.
That's all right. There's worse places to be.
So Angela, we had to bring two of those items into executive session.
Okay.
And I spoke to you about it this afternoon, so, but we are making two changes. As of right now to the Morley Fire District. And we've added 55,000 to the DA equipment and take that out of fund balance. Okay, now I was just sharing with the board that, we might be getting some more money, from the Minor Street Willow Island grant, that was submitted today.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Well, what concerns me, and continues to concern me, is we don't know what the revenues are gonna be. As far as sales tax. As far as, court fees.
At the end, I said there's a big one, and
Can't hear you,
I
Jim.
said it was kind of a surprise last year that. Oh, where is it? I'll find. I'm just slowing it right there. So you're in,
For justice fees,
no. In 24, we budgeted 90,000 for mortgage tax. We got 157. That's quite a difference. So we budgeted 90,000 again, and you think you're safe with that much cushion. And you get two checks. First check, 30,000.
Mhm.
Well, you get nervous when you're looking at the second one having to be double that. But I don't know how things operate. Whether there's a lot of that goes into that second check. I mean, the first one comes like in June. But is there some of that, what goes on in April, May, whatever? But I would think that same thing would just roll into the next year too. So I don't know how that is all put together up there, but as I said, I do know that you go go from 157. That's that's 123,000 less than, or 100. And it's at, what was it, 30,000? Yeah, so you're 127,000 less than a year ago right now. And that's serious money.
Right, and I only proposed an 82,100 on property tax because we just don't know. I was speaking to a person that's in the real estate business who indicated that the market is starting to. You know, it's not going like this,
Getting
it's
flat.
starting to get,
It's getting
you
flat.
know, which we had expected would happen right after COVID, which it didn't, right? So yeah, I mean, you know, you project, but you just don't know what's gonna be. You know, and then we put in 75,000 for the justice fees. Where this year, we put 95,000. Well, we're not gonna meet that. In my view, but, you know, we could be surprised. You know, the cannabis use, that was a new revenue that we didn't expect this year. You know, we've taken in 3222, so I put in 5,000. We don't know. The village and town get the same exact amount from those revenues. But we don't know what it's gonna be. It depends on the sales, I guess, right?
Yep.
And the usage, I guess, right? So. Yeah, it's. The temporary municipal assistance, I didn't put anything in there, but we do get it, but it's like a surprise revenue. We, I think, got it again this year. So. But that was a surprise revenue last year.
Believe that's in the state budget for this year though too, like I think you can count on that for 2026. That's your temporary aim funding?
That's not the aim, it's temporary assistance for, where is it? No, the state revenue sharing, is the 95,420, that's the aim. This
Okay.
is the temporary, where was it? I just saw. Oh my goodness. We got $6,000.
That was in 24, we didn't get anything in 25.
Well,
so far.
I'm looking,
And we
I
didn't-
think we did. Let
And
me
we-
look.
Oh, it's at the very top, state aid other. The very first line, 66.
Oh, state aid other, yeah.
6675.
Yeah, 6,000.
So you've got, oh,
So we got it last year, and we got it this year. That might be an opportunity, but it says. When we first got
is
it,
that
it's
something
temporary.
Is that something that you had to switch? Because
That was
we
one-
got it in 24 and when it was in the B. And it's budgeted for 25 in the A. Is that something that the AUD made you?
Yeah, you had to recognize it in the A
Right.
and then to get it to the
And so
B,
that's
you
why
had to
it's-
do the transfer over to.
That's why it's showing up in.
And we called on that again. I believe we called the comptroller's office and said A or B, or we got the notice and it said,
And,
put it in A,
and we're noting it as two separate things.
so.
For 25, you got it in as state aid other. For 24, you got it down as temporary municipal
Yeah.
assistance. Safe to assume that they're both same because it's
It
the
is,
same
the-
figure.
it is the same
They
thing.
want them on separate lines, so they're very specific about that.
Okay.
So, you know, the board might wanna put that in, I don't know. I don't know. It
I
says,
don't think you're.
No, I do think you're gonna get it. It's in the, no?
Say, no, I wouldn't put it in until,
cause it's called it was called temporary,
Yeah.
but we listed it as state aid other.
which is the same as, Pave New York, POPs, and EWR. They are temporary. But this year, we put them in.
And then you know, there's no more ARPA money. We will be getting more revenue in the assessor's office because we need to spend more. Right, and the mayor and village board is aware of that, so there was an increase there, but, yeah. So if you look at the revenues, for the Morley Fire District, that 14,431 also needs to be changed to the 14,719.62. Okay. The pilot revenues, you know, solar, we just got through the Grassy Grove, solar paperwork, but that revenue isn't gonna come in as host community benefit and pilot money until 2027. Because they just got the, agreement with the IDA. So. And it states in the resolution 27, so. All right, anything else?
Well, I think-
All right, Heidi, can you just tell me what time it is?
5:26.
Does the board want to wait to go into executive session or do it now? On that other item?
We can-
I think it
We
would be-
got,
I
we
think
got
it
a
would
half,
be
we got a
rushed,
half an
though.
hour.
Yeah, but I don't want to be rushed. Up to you guys.
It's one item.
Yeah, and we got, what are we gonna do? I ain't gonna sit here and roll the phone.
Me neither.
I
I'd
might
rather
just
do
go-
it now.
Might as well talk about it.
All right, make a
And if we
I
don't,
make a motion, we go into executive session.
For purposes of negotiations?
Yes.
Is there a second?
second.
All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye, carried. All right, I gotta go get my other folder then.